Alright, so today I want to talk about the team-ups in Marvel Rivals because I feel like they're either really, really cool and good and they add something to the game, or they're just kind of worthless for one or both characters. Uh, so let's start about like the ones that I think are good. Right now, the ones that I think are actually good are outside of like the huge AoE anti, because it's on a 20-second cooldown and you can anti like the whole team most times, Namor and Hela. It adds something to both of their characters, not to their kit, doesn't just add on another ability to the character. It adds something that both characters can use and play around, and I think that is cool. And things like that should exist, like the Penny and Rocket. Not so much the Star-Lord, because Star-Lord just gets another ability, but it does it gives Penny and Rocket something new. Right? Penny gets the extra nest, but it's less of a nest. I thought it was going to work as a revive beacon when I first saw the things when it was first coming out, but it does the ammo thing, so if I'm playing Penny, I'll just use that one offensively because I keep getting the jump boosts and the ammo and the armor packs from that. And then you have the other nest as well, and for Rocket, he can also link the webs to it. The webs he can play in. He has... It's cool. It's cool that both of them have it. His nest kind of defends itself now too. I think it's cool that both people get something. Whereas team-ups like Iron Man. Iron Man has worse damage numbers all around, just because he's in a team-up, because he's the anchor, because they balance around the anchor. I think team-ups where one person doesn't get anything, but the other gets something, would be fine if it was, this is their base, and since you're playing, let's use Iron Man, this is Ultron's base numbers, and since you're playing Ultron, he gets a stat boost. That's his benefit. That encourages you to play team-ups, but right now, you just balance around it. Like Daredevil always has that stat boost because he's just in the game. He gets rewarded for existing, whereas, yeah, I mean, it's just really bad because playing him and Punisher together doesn't really get you anything. Not to mention that the team-up's not really that good. So team-ups that aren't that good and you don't get anything for playing the other character, why would you play the team-up? Just play the one with the anchor boost because their damage is up all the time. Like when Emma gets removed from the Emma Psylocke team up, they're just gonna buff Emma's stats to compensate for that loss, which is not how it should work, in my opinion. I think that's not how it should work. It's just a loss, it's just bad design. And the other thing I think is bad about the team ups is where both people have to agree to do it. So like the Hulk and Wolverine and Thing, where they can throw Wolverine, that one's fine. Like, because you already have to be aware enough to do it. But like the Bucky one, before they added the ability to slam to any of his team-ups, when is Bucky and Cap going to be able to slam together in order to get a benefit? Because for the most part, that's going to bring Cap and or Bucky to the front line, or bring them both to their own back line, or right in the middle somewhere. It's going to put them out of position. And more than that, both players have to be ready, willing, and aware of that team-up about to be used. And for the most part, I don't think many people are, so it just never gets used. And so I think more team-ups need to have more interaction. Like for the Star-Lord, I said Star-Lord doesn't really get anything. Well, give Star-Lord's things webs. So that give it webs, so that way it encourages you. It encourages Star-Lord to place it near the team in a spot where it helps the team with the webs, and even if it's not connected to Penny's main thing in generating spiders, the webs, a support can play a corner, or a DPS can play a corner on Star-Lord's pad, and then when Star-Lord needs to warp back, like he can dive in deeper and then warp back whenever he wants. That encourages team play. It gives Star-Lord something new that's not just a new ability, and it interacts with the other characters there. Like, I don't know, man. I think it just needs, the team-ups need some kind of work, because like I said, I think the 20-second massive AoE anti-heal is kind of nuts, and that's why Hela or well, Hela gets banned out of the two of them because Hela is much better. But if you're playing with it, your team's just almost always anti-healed, then you need 3 supports, and that's no fun. But the ability to create death squids whenever Hela or Namor get a kill, that's pretty interesting. Make them last just a little bit longer, because they right now only get to shoot 2 shots, 2 or 3 shots, and then they die. Get rid of Namor's anti and make those last, like, for 5 shots. And that's pretty interesting. It adds something to both of them. That's not just a press C. Hela, you get a stat buff, and Namor, why don't you try pressing C a little bit? Like the Gambit and Magneto. You press a button and it replaces his primary with a better version of his primary. The direct hit damage isn't anything like extraordinary like the Scarlet Witch one was, but the explosive damage is much better, which is goes in hand with Gambit's explosive cards and everything, and that's so cool that the team up is not just, oh, you can swing your sword, it's Mag gets a buff to his primary. But why doesn't Gambit get anything from this team up? Right? That's the problem. The problem isn't that the Mag team up is too good, it's that, well, I mean, the Mag team up is crazy, crazy good. He's super omega buff this season, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Gambit doesn't get anything out of this team up. Right? It's just Mag. So if Mag and Gambit got something, that's cool. Like Adam Warlock, the Res, all he got was a stat boost. And it's not even a stat boost because it's present at all times. Even if you're not playing Mantis, sorry, I'm talking about Season 0 and Season 1, the Revive team up. Even if you're not playing Mantis, you get that stat boost. So what's the point of playing Mantis and Star-Lord and Adam? Like, there's the reason was for the Revive because that was a really good team up, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Adam doesn't get anything. He keeps all of his old abilities. He doesn't get any stat boosts. He doesn't get any new abilities. Nothing gets replaced or buffed. Like the Strange, the Gamma team up was really cool because, like the Mag team up, it doesn't give them a new ability. It actually kind of enhances their original abilities, which in Strange's case allowed him to do new things with his E, allowed him to play more aggressive because he wouldn't anti himself if he had the Gamma team up. But what does Hulk get? Hulk doesn't get anything out of that. He doesn't even get a stat boost because the stat boost is present at all times. If you're going to do that stat boost thing, then make it only when the team up is played. Or make it if you play for the Hulk one, for example, because that's where my brain is right now. If we play Hulk and Strange, he gets half of the stat boost. Hulk, Strange, and Iron Man, you get the full stat boost. I think that's cool. Incentivize people to play the entire team up. I just think it's weird that like one person gets something, the other gets nothing. Storm has the best team ups. Storm and then the Throw Wolverine, I think, because it adds something to the game that isn't in the original kit, right? It doesn't necessarily buff them, right? Because if you get a team up with these Jeff and Storm team up, or the Johnny, the Human Torch and Storm team up, it's not necessarily a buff because it doesn't enhance their capabilities. If you're catching my drift, it doesn't enhance what they can do, and even if you get a team wipe, it's still 2 ults, right? But it's a cool interaction that does benefit both of them. It's cool, it's a team up, it incentivizes you to play both of them, to do teamwork, to team cooperate with the 2 characters. But it's not just add another thing. These 2 get stat boosts, right? The Ultron Iron Man one, why doesn't Iron Man get anything from Ultron? Like buff his Unibeam or give him some sort of shield. Not like a Invis shield, but you know how the Iron Man, the Ultron drones can shield. Give him some sort of ability where he can apply the Ultron drones to shield. Or maybe make that beam, because I saw a concept, someone talk about give the Iron Man team up to Ultron at all times and use it as his right click and make them contain the same amount of ammo. And I think that's a very, like they use the same ammo bar. I think that's a very good idea because it makes him viable. You have to like coordinate which one you want. But then if you do that, then a team up should be Iron Man gives something to Ultron, Ultron gives something to Iron Man, or they both give something to each other. Like maybe Iron Man gets the Ultron drone shields, and maybe Ultron gets. Give me a second. I'll think of something. I'm on the dome here, thinking off the dome. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a big thinking guy. I'm a big talking guy. I got a yapper. Okay. Now, like, I don't know. I think they should give something to each other, or the stat boost is conditionary to incentivize you to play those characters. While I'm on team-ups, stop giving team-ups to two people that will never be played together. Right, so the Hawkeye Widow team-up. Who is playing Hawkeye and Widow? I think Phoenix Widow is still bad because you are giving the team-up to Phoenix and Widow. Those two are probably not going to be played together. Give a team-up between two tanks again, like the Hulk Strange or the Mag Emma, because it encourages you to play two tanks. I know Thor and Angela have one, but like I said, it doesn't give Angela anything. Why would you play Thor Angela when you could just play Angela Strange? Because Thor only gets the spear, Angela doesn't get a buff from it at all. No buff, no team-up ability, nothing. It is just whatever. Like, if the spear remained, and after Thor jumped, and Thor could jump to it, or Angela could jump to it, or they could both jump to it, it stayed there for a certain amount of time, and would only disappear after both of them did it, or when the time expired, that gives them both something. Angela can remain grounded more, they can be in the backline more, it gives you a reason to play both of them at the same time. But as it stands, Angela gets nothing, Thor isn't the best tank, he's good, but he's not the best, and that team up does not warrant playing Thor Angela. You would be much better off playing Angela Mag, especially this season where Mag is so good. Heck, you're better off not using a lot of the team ups. A lot of what is meta, or not even meta, what is good, is because of those flat status buffs, flat stat buffs from the things, from the team ups. And so you don't want to play the whole team up, because if you play Widow, let's say there's a season where Phoenix is good and Widow is not. Why would you play Phoenix and Widow when you could play Phoenix Hela and play Poke? There's no reason to do things like that. I think they need to, I don't know, but that sounds like I'm trying to say only give team-ups to two meta heroes, and I think that's bad too. I think both heroes should benefit. It's even better if they give each other things. Like Penny got the armor packs and the jump packs from the nest. Rocket gets webs out of his revive. He gets the webs and the mines from his revive. They give each other something, they interact, and it leads to more team play. Because now Penny's trying to set up near where Rocket's trying to set up. Rocket's trying to set up closer to Penny so they can connect. So there's not 3 times, but like 2.5 amount of the spider drones in there, and that's really good for locking down a point. Whereas if you spread them out, you really don't get any value out of that team up, since everyone will destroy the anchor from far away and not die to the mines. Though I have had people die to the mines, and it's pretty funny when it happens. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what team ups you want. Maybe I'll do that. I'm kind of running out of video ideas, if I'm being honest, guys. But maybe I'll do what team ups do I want in Marvel? I'm not centered. What team ups do I want in Marvel Rivals? Sort of video. Yeah, so that's about it. Comment what you think about my rant, about what I had to say, and what you want to see me do next. Subscribe. Wet Willy.